Grindley Brook staircase. A set of 3 locks all joined together which require a different operating method to the usual locks we were used to. We had heard it was common for the Canal and River Trust volunteers to be present at the staircase, and thankfully we were welcomed by Trevor and Tony.
I'm Trevor and that's my colleague Tony.
Give us a wave, Tony.
Tony's a lovely chap. He's an excellent lock keeper, but you've got to keep your eye on your wallet all the time.
So what are we going to be doing on these locks?
We're walking up here now and we're going to... So what we've got is 3 chambers, 1, 2 and 3 at the top. But there's only 4 gates. So this set of gates here is the top gates of the bottom chamber, but the bottom gates of the middle chamber. You need to see it and then it'll all become clear.
Say, hope everyone got that. You two are right down there?
Yes, that's right, thank you, we're all right.
So, what's happening now, this chamber is full of water, and by operating these paddles here, the water in this chamber is transferred into the one below, which will fill the chamber, and when the water levels are equal, we'll be able to open the gates. And then the boat moves through this chamber, we shut the gates behind it, and we go on to the next one. There ahead of you, you can see the top chamber. So you see, I'm keeping that safety catch on there, and I'm listening for the click, because if that catch is on, if I suddenly lose control of that, the catch clicks on, it's not going anywhere. If I try and throw it off like that and I lose control of this, the paddle will whiz down to the bottom because of gravity and put brakes on it.
And just so everyone knows, he's saying that because I did it completely wrong on the last lock when I just met him.
I think completely wrong is a slight exaggeration.
I've become complacent, we realised. I used to have better practice with locks than I do now.
There we go. You've got to concentrate when you're operating these locks. It's quite easy to make a mistake and get water everywhere.
Well, Trevor, I'm very happy you're here. We're basically currently stuck on the sill down here.
He's letting the water through now. Can you see the boat rising at the front?
Yes, I can.
Okay, you're afloat now. Lovely.
Perfect. So we just let a bit more water through because we were stuck on that sill. So now Lauren should be able to. She's going forward, but the boat's going back. Because the water would have pushed her back. And she's entering. And she's in number 2. Honestly, what would we have done without these guys? She's trying to get Lauren's thumb, but she's in her own world. Lars!
The reason I need a thumbs up from the skipper is because I need to know they're paying attention, because they've got control of the boat in the lock. And if we suddenly let a load of water through, the boat will... What happens is the water goes underneath the boat, hits the back of the lock, and then comes forward again, bringing the boat with it and bang into my gates. So I'm not bothered about the boat, but I don't want my locks down.
Too right, you look after those gates.
Yep, they're 220 years old, this flight of locks.
Wow.
And this here, these are new, but this stanchion, this bracket here, is the original piece of equipment.
So when would that have been built?
That was installed in about 1796.
Wow.
And it still works today.
So now we're going into the top chamber, the last and final step. What's actually been a very informative experience. I've also just been told that this house here was built when the canals were. It's where the lock people would live. And they put this window looking right out onto the lock so he could check when there was a boat coming so he could run out and get his money. So how long have you been doing this, Trevor?
I've been a volunteer for 8 years and I work on this flight, the Grindley Brook staircase, the Hurlston flight and the Aldham flight on the Shropshire Union main line. I also do some, in the winter when there's no boats about, I've got other jobs I do for the trust.
What draws you to wanting to help them so much?
Well, this is a free gym. We're walking up and down all the time and raising and lowering the locks. It keeps me out of the pub. And Also, I mean, I've had to sell my boat, so I'm not able to do it anymore. So I'm keeping in touch with the network. So I've been on boats all my life, and I feel I'm giving something back to the history, keeping the history going.
Well, thank you so much for your help today. It's been a
welcome.
pleasure to meet you.
Okay, we'll send you the bill on.